and gentlemen, welcome into Dish Nation. Is a man who's currently on his 10th lap in this music world. He has an album out right now called The Port of Miami #2 that is #1 right now. Make some noise one time for Rick Ross.
Much love, much love.
Welcome back, man.
Feel good to be back. Feel good to see the team, the whole squad.
You're looking healthy. You got a glow in your eyes.
Yeah.
The Ross fit's holding you well.
Ross fit holding me down.
Is it still like pears and like, pyrometrics?
I still mix the pears, the little workout, sprinkle a little lemon pepper in there.
Yeah.
That's one thing we can't escape, man. Lemon pepper. Like, you could be on your Dean, you could be on your diet, you're killing it, but
you still gotta enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
You could go hard all week. You deserve something on the weekend.
Okay, but what if you
believe.
couldn't have lemon pepper no more ever in life? What would your go-to flavor be?
Louisiana rub.
Ooh, yeah.
Now,
you
are
like
they
them
doing
dry.
That's a Wingstop vibe. Yeah,
Yeah. And I already know you like flats, so I
You
ain't
are
got to
all
ask
flats.
about that. Yeah,
All
flats with the
flats.
ranch. Remember you showed us how
you
to
already
eat them
know.
joints.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's a little skill. Some people don't know how to eat chicken in a swift and effective manner without looking like a cannibal.
Yeah, you most definitely got to eat your chicken and the flats go perfect while you eating and driving.
That's right.
Or eating and riding in the whip. You know what I'm saying?
Can you dip, though, and drive?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dip, crack the window, throw the bone out on the
Oh.
yeah. That's a beautiful day. The breeze, the sun out. It's a beautiful day.
Until the police pull you over for littering.
Nah, you can't get pulled over for litter.
Okay.
You got to have the majority of your bones and all your trash in your bag.
Oh, okay.
It's like a method.
Yeah. It's a vibe.
Skills. So, Port of Miami 2,
Right.
Most people are always afraid of sequels because, will the sequel live up to the hype of the original? You pulled it off, man. People loving it.
Oh, man, the streets loving it. The love I'm getting from, everywhere I go. Everybody online, the fans, all my day ones.
Yes.
Some of my real homies that really don't hit me about an album release. We deeper than that. You know what I mean? It really touched them in different ways. So I really feel good about it.
Word. I mean, and even to the respect you show to Black Bo on the cover of the album. You know what I mean? I know he was, right there with you every step of the way.
Right. He would have been here with us today, you know what I mean? But, we lost him. So he had a bigger purpose and a better place to go to. So I repped him on this project. And, now I just want him to rest in peace.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Now, you're usually very personal on your albums. And it seems like with this album, you went even more personal, even starting out with, what was the record? Still I Pray. First couple lines, trying to think. Wake up out the coma, frozen in the moment. You can have the biggest click, still might die alone.
Right.
We thought we was going to lose you for a second there.
Right.
The social media, it even went as far as them saying R.I.P. Rick Ross, but to see you flip back around.
That's my first time hearing that one.
Yeah, it wasn't no joke.
I thought I checked out.
Yeah, we was sad as hell. It wasn't funny.
Well, I don't know about that part, but I thought they were going to lose you recently when that woman almost hit you. When you across the street on that little scooter. She gonna run over.
Yeah, she refused to move. I had to tap brakes for her. She was focused. That New York traffic different.
No, for real.
That's different from Miami traffic.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, it's different.
You were actually on a scooter?
No, she was.
Nah, I just was signing and taking pictures with a few fans, and I was walking out of a building. And there was a chick on a bike, and she just was focused. Yeah, she was focused. And when I looked to my right, barely caught her and tapped brake because she was not moving. No.
Yeah, people in New York feel like they have just as much power as the cars do, so they won't even make eye contact with any of the people that are driving actual vehicles, and they just willing to risk it all.
Nah, it's just, they take driving so serious in New York. I was riding with a driver. Real cool driver, real cool dude. I was just sitting in the back seat, but he would, in the middle of my conversation, he would just start talking about somebody else, a pedestrian. Look at this right here. Look at this. I got the right of way. I'm like, I thought we was talking about something else, but never mind. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they spend so much time in their car, they're connected to the vehicle.
Oh, most definitely, next level.
Yo, so to be in a situation where you feel whoa, I have to make serious changes to my life if I want to extend my life. Did getting out of that ordeal, open something in your eyes or
Without a doubt. It's like you either could do it, you make up your mind and make your changes on your own, or the game will force you to make changes. whatever that is, you got to try to get better every day. And most definitely me waking up like, yo, room full of homies, and they look back like, you up now.
Oh, man.
Like, yo, boy, you been asleep 2-3 days, boy. What? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, and it's like the doctor been telling me, you know, I done gave you this medication, you got to take it, you got to rest, and you still just disrespecting this what's going to happen.
So were you just not getting enough sleep, or just?
That's ultimately what me having seizures began at, me refusing to sleep. And the most I would maybe sleep a night is 2, maybe 3 hours. So after I had my very first seizure, they began to, you know, just watch me and see what it was. And ultimately they told me it was my sleeping patterns. They gave me some medication. And once again, I always been healthy my whole life. I would disregard the medication, you know what I mean? I'm talking a week straight. Right. You know, and this and that, and so I can't do that no more. I gotta focus and stay a little more dedicated.
Absolutely.
So no more scares since then?
No.
And have you been getting enough rest?
I've been trying. I've been sleeping a lot better. I still wake up every hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah, but I get back in bed now.
Okay.
Before I would walk, look out the window, smoke something, listen to something, play something, think of something. You know, it's always something you could do.
That's true.
You meditate or anything like that?
Nah. My mind raced too much. I sit there and I start praying, and next thing you know, I'm thinking it's a sin or something. I'm just, Lord, forgive me.
Not a sin.
Yeah, in the middle of my prayers.
Oh no, Rose.
I gotta focus.
Yeah, don't let the devil use you.
I gotta rebuke it. I gotta rebuke it all.
Yes.
I do.
Word. So like being that you in album promotion mode right now, definitely ain't getting as much sleep as you were a few weeks back.
Right.
We talked about it on Dish, man. Your New York City party looked ultra lit. Wendy Williams looked ultra lit. She looked like she was feeling the kid.
Nah, she was just having a good time. You know, she actually was on the way to another party, and her people told her, you know, Rose was having a party on the same block, so she came through and just showed a lot of love. She showed me a lot of love, Meek a lot of love, Busta Rhymes a lot, and she just was letting us know, you know, she out. She a free spirit. She having a good time. And I told her I was happy for her. And I told her she was looking good. And enjoy your life, baby.
That's
right.
right.
Have you ever thought about maybe you could date her now that she's single and you're single?
Nah, that haven't crossed my mind. But, you know, she always been cool with me. And just to see her in the club for the first time, that was different.
Yeah.
I said that's a different vibe.
Absolutely.
I see you, she posing, you know, she having a good time. But that was cool.
It's good to see her out and about.
Yeah,
it seems like
was.
she's been so secluded. And she always talks about she doesn't have any friends.
Spend some of that money. She been getting money a long
for
time.
a long time.
Yeah, that's how Rose thinks. Spend some of that money.
Enjoy life a little.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the overall scheme of the people that, you know, like the internet has tried to connect you with, you know, they've always been considerably young and popping. Would you date somebody, much older than yourself?
You never know. With me, it's just all about a vibe. Are we going to really get along ultimately? You know what I mean? It ain't just about, you know, me knocking you down or kicking it with you for a time or two, you know, because that, you know, but are we going to be able to really get along? Are we cool? You know what I mean? That's the most important part to me.
Right, the friendship.
Yeah. The bond.
Speaking of dating people, Ross, I heard something not too long ago. You said you couldn't date a female rapper because you usually end up sleeping with them.
Nah, see, what I said was the reason, and just to clarify it, the reason I said Rose ain't big on that and ain't looking for that is because the time I dedicate to the studio, that could cause some type of formal situation. That's all Rose wanted to be honest and say. You see what I'm saying? That's what the bond is. And like I say, I just told you I barely sleep. So I'm just one of them dudes want to get fresh, get fly, put my jewels on just to go listen to some music.
Right.
So if you're going to be able to sit there with me with Emma Whip, Emma Cologne, I'm talking slick, we going to get this money.
She going to get turned on.
Oh,
most likely.
It's a good chance, but you never know. That's why I'm trying to avoid that, and we ain't had that problem. You see?
But then that's not fair to the female rappers that you may be able to help in the game.
No, it's not. But that's why until she come and one of them bring me that big record and just make me turn my head and close my eyes. Okay. So that's what females, y'all got something to do, and y'all got something to bring to Rose.
Otherwise, she gonna get dipped like a lemon pepper chicken wing.
And all ranch.
All flat.
All flat. Ranch.
You dipping them in ranch?
All ranch. All ranch. Room temp. Don't put my ranch in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Yeah, leave mine on the counter.
Lord.
All right, cool, man. We chilling with Rick Ross right now, man.
The boss.
Let's roll back a little bit and go to a classic before we touch these new joints of Port of Miami, man. It's your request, man. What you want to hear?
What you wanna do?
You know,
We got a lot of options, though.
you know, we can go posse cut. I like the vibe of Here I Am because it's still summertime, sun is out. That feel right. But what's your personal favorite joint that you feel like it was a single that just didn't get enough accolades?
Which one you think?
That's a good question.
I like.
Sam Sneak, what you think? Talk to us. This
Yo,
That's it.
let me tell you something. I've seen people who are like, like middle-aged, older white dudes in the gym, right? You know, sometimes you go to certain gyms where they play the music over the speakers.
Yeah.
I saw this old dude lift 4 times his body weight when I'm Not a Star came on. This is empowering people right now, man. Rick Ross is in the building. Let's throw it back. Classic, Not a
let's
Star.
do it.
Yeah.
Who produced that one?
Did they?
Oh, you know all the good old answers, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the production Rolodex.
Hell
you know, the
yeah,
whole-
yeah.
My,
Yes.
my memory ain't as good neither.
Yeah, I feel you. I got
Yeah.
the same problem,
See,
bro.
I gotta blame that on,
I know.
you gotta find something to blame it on.
All right, man. Rick Ross is in the building, man. Classic joint, Justice League on the track. I'm Not a Star.
I'm not a star.
Anytime you hear that Justice League, at the beginning of a Rose record, you know it's about to be a problem.
It's
We
most
about to
definitely
go in.
gonna be dope. It's gonna
Okay.
be dope.
Like I think Justice League produced Vegas Residency.
They did.
So a couple lines on there. Watching Kanye interview.
Feel like I wanna cry for every innocent brother charged with a homicide. Went from battle raps, now we wearing MAGA hats. Dade County hustler mansions up in Tamarack. Yeah.
Yo, game right there. Now, you and Kanye West, you guys have a working relationship to some degree, but
Right.
that whole Donald Trump era thing he was going through, it really turned a lot of people off. I also saw Bon Iver talking about how, we friends, but, his energy's a little weird, currently. Like, when's the last time y'all, spoke?
It's been a minute. It's most definitely been a minute. But, everybody deserves their space.
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody deserves their own opinion. And I know how to, look at things for business and what's personal. And to me, that most definitely felt like a business play.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I felt it was most definitely going to be business behind that. But, when you cross it over into the culture and the game, just somebody need to pull his coattail. That's it.
So now, Rick, I read somewhere that you're gonna be touring in Sweden soon. Is that correct?
That ain't come across my desk yet.
Oh,
But if I am, I know I put another $500,000 ticket on it. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't really the spot you really want to be.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, seeing how that whole thing played out with A$AP Rocky, I mean, and you're a person who, has to travel sometimes with a certain amount of people just to keep, everybody wants something from you.
Right,
most
right.
rooms you walk into, you're going to be the most famous guy there. Seeing how that whole thing played out, what was your perspective on it? Could he have handled that any different? Because he told dude to kick rocks, and he just kept coming.
I'm going to be honest, they asked me my opinion on it, and I said it. I felt, it took 3 weeks to find him guilty. They was going to give him a couple days, start trial. I knew they would find him guilty. I'm glad he done got any prison time to go, do. But as an artist, it's a lot of things you'll never see. It's a lot of things artists go through, people doing that type of thing. I done seen that, been through it, and you do your best to try to give a person, go home, go see your mama,
Right.
go see your children. Don't you got somebody? Because I've really seen that. And it's people that you don't know if they hound drugs or if they just really that much of a fanatic that will follow you everywhere, do whatever, but you just got to try to distance yourself from that. I done been through that. You get sued. That's all they finna do now is tax them. It's only
Yeah.
about $1.
Yeah.
They ain't want no time out of them. It's
Yeah,
only
he only had to cough up $1,300.
oh,
American.
hopefully that's all.
Right.
Hopefully that the real play ain't coming. But that's how they get down.
Yeah, they don't have to make him an honorary ASAP Mob member or nothing like that. He got off very light, it seems.
If that's all he got, God is great.
Gotcha.
All the time.
Now, it seems like you've been making good moves your entire career as far as business-wise. Like, you're one of those people, like, let's just say if you decide tomorrow you don't want to rap no more, you still got Maybach music. The roster is thriving. Like, there's a lot of times where you see artists ran labels where everybody ain't eating as well as the dude who, like, actually set the table.
Right.
Meek out here doing well.
Yeah, it just take a lot of time. It take a lot of time, and it just take a lot of dedication. And, you know, from day one, I knew the dudes that I had around me had the talent. And it just take that time, and they just got to want it as much or more than you even want it for them. And, you know, most definitely I'm excited and proud. My little homie Meek, you know, shout out to Jay for giving him that opportunity to launch his label as well. Wale have a huge record. He just announced his tour yesterday. You know, what we doing. And next year I'm going to launch a TV and film company, and I'm going to bring some new talent to the street. So it's most definitely a good time for Double M.
Now, what kind of TV projects you cooking up, or what's the mastermind thinking?
I'm going to have you come around there. I'm going to let you see firsthand. You know what I'm saying?
Can't wait.
You got to see it firsthand.
Yo, speaking of TV and movie, your house is about to be like a tourist stop on, like, you know, for ATL. Like, you featured on Tales.
Yeah.
Word on the street is your house is about to be featured in Coming to America 2. And I know they got to splash you in there at least for one scene. What's going on?
I had to work that in there. I'm gonna keep it real. The new King of Zamunda.
That's
but
what's
not,
up.
you know what I'm saying? But you know, of course not the King of Zamunda in the actual film. But I did work me a little something in it. You know what I mean? But not really getting a lot of details myself. What I did here though, it's gonna be iconic. That was actually one of my favorite films of all time as a shorty, you know what I'm saying? So just to see, you know, the majority of the entire cast coming back, it's going to be dope.
Now, if you could paint your dream scenario in that, like, what would it be? Would you be the guy that's saying she's your queen to be 2019, or would you?
Now that would be funny. We're all standing up talking about she's yours.
We didn't know he had the voice of an angel.
Nah, that was funny back then. That was one of my favorite scenes of the movie. That fat, cool dude right there. He was representing for the fat boys.
Yeah.
With pride.
Shout out, of course. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
So if there was a fat boy Mount Rushmore of dudes who really put on for the big guys, like a top 5, who you putting in there?
I'm going to start with Barry White.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have somebody to sing to.
Come on, R&B.
You get in that Rolls Royce and you hear that Barry White. She gonna melt like a scoop of ice cream.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Barry White, of course, Ricky Rose, myself, you know what I'm saying? Beard
really
Gang,
no
you know what I mean? Cut it out now.
You ain't
Still
really
a
big
fat
no more.
boy, cut it out now. Come on, I need your advice. What other fat boy there was?
You
gotta put B.I.G. in there.
You got to.
Yeah. You gotta do B.I.G.
You know,
B.I.G.
God bless the dead, but you got to throw Heavy D in there because he was the first
Shout out
big
to
boy that
him.
was showing like
No. He was the fat boy that could still dance.
He was Fat
was.
Drake.
Yeah.
Women loved him.
Yeah.
What
They called him Fat Drake.
He was Fat Drake.
Wow.
He was light skinned. He had records that chicks liked.
Yeah, he had Teddy Riley on his production.
What about Rerun? From
Nah.
Rerun.
We hating on rerun.
You better pop lock your ass back over there.
Sometimes
to
you
go
just
see.
gotta say you hating. We hating on rerun.
Okay.
We hating on rerun.
God bless the dead on
who
that
the
one,
last
too.
Who the last one?
Let's see. You got Ring Ross. You know, 8-Ball from 8-Ball MJG.
You know,
he wears his weight with pride.
8 Ball, of course, was one of my, you know what I'm saying, icons with that wordplay and that music. So shout out to 8 Ball. That's the Mount Rushmore, the Fat Boys.
Okay. Now, notoriously in rap, there are people who rap well, and there's some people who rap well, but they just have a hard time picking beats. You rap well, and you pick the hell out of some beats.
Right.
I decided yesterday that I felt like, you know, your voice and the way you, like, ride the beat, it's like jazz almost. Like, your voice is like a trumpet, the way you kind of, like, weave in and out of the records. Do you pick your beats yourself, or do you got people who kind of, like, hunt the production down for you and be like, you would like this?
I pick my beats.
Got you.
I do.
Are you, like, on, YouTube?
My circle is very small. I pick my beats, and the closest person that'll get to me with beats is Sam Sneak. You send him everything, and he'll damn near filter a lot of them before they even get to me, because we get beats that come from everywhere. And I try not to close nobody out. It's nobody too small. It's nobody too big, because you never know where that next vibe gonna really come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Who, production-wise, whose life have you changed? Because like, was there like an independent producer that nobody knew of before, like you jumped on one of his records?
Oh man, I'm pretty sure it's a few of those. We could start with the Runners. We could start with Lex Luger. We could start with shout out to Trop. We had somebody on my new album that just got 2 records placed and had never sold no beats.
Nice.
You know, shout out to Major 9. Shout out to...
You worked with Tall Black Kid before, right? Was that his name, Tall Black Guy? I think his name is Tall Black Guy.
Shout out to Beat Billionaire, of course. You know, and the list go on. We get Justice League, you know. Justice League was young when we first, you know, we grew together. We blossomed together. Yeah.
Got you. Now, with all the personal things that you say in your records, you will talk about your relationships with your friends, your other people. You know, one of the big notable things was last year, you know, or the previous album when you addressed everything that was going on with Birdman and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne pops up on his new album, so y'all still good.
Yeah.
And he's still signing to Cash Money mysteriously. Like, I mean, what do y'all talk about these days?
I'm not really sure, but you know, it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? You know, when me and Weezy kick it, you know, when we talk about records or whatever it is, that's the focus of it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really nothing about nobody else. You know what I mean? We don't really get together and vibe like that.
Stream of consciousness, it seems like what I hear, like when I hear you rap. On Apple My Eye last year, you mentioned that line. I told Meek not to trust Nicki. Nicki was on Joe Budden's podcast. I'm sure you've heard about it at this point in the game, right?
Right, but I wasn't really moved by nothing.
I hear you.
It ain't nothing that really moved me.
It sounds like she was in her feelings because, I don't know. It was, you did what you're supposed to do. If I see my homeboy in a situation where it's weird or like I don't think necessarily someone's having their best interest in play, I would say something, and that's what you did.
Nah, just ultimately he make his decisions for himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's old news to us.
I got you. Cool. So, Port of Miami 2 is in the streets right now.
Man, it's
flooding them.
Streets rocking with it.
What song are you looking forward to rocking live the most out of everything on there?
Possibly me and Gunplay doing that Nobody's Favorite. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think of the last time Gunplay got in trouble, because he's good for like a weird arrest every, I don't know, like 18 months. I think that's his arrest cycle.
Gunplay may be focused this go round.
Well, that's good.
Gunplay may be focused this go round because he really in the studio cooking up, and I'm ready to see him really get his streets what he deserve.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
And shout out to you linking up with Ball Greasy and Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
Denzel Curry is one of the most underrated dudes in any region right now.
I feel like he gonna get his own. It just take a little time because his flow, it isn't simple.
It's
you know
complex.
What I'm saying? Yeah, it's complex, so it's gonna take a little time, but he most definitely gonna get what he deserved to.
What's the chances of him getting that Maybach music drop in front of his future records?
You never know. He know he always get love over here. It's whatever.
Got you. Anything you missed?
Oh, how's 50 Cent?
Shit, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. We get money on this side.
Okay.
And been getting it for a long time. Now, it was funny. I was thinking about like just the irony of it all, and I don't know if this was like just the way the universe works in the world of synchronicity. Is like, you know, he bought Mike Tyson's old house. You bought Evander Holyfield's old house. And anybody who watches boxing, you know Evander Holyfield beat Mike Tyson. I put those two things together today. I'm sure everyone else did. Sometimes I'm late to the party. Was that by design? Like when you picked out that house? And then your house is making money. Like you it's like the Hollywood Airbnb right now.
Yeah, everybody know when the party at Ross' house, you need to go.
Man, it's a special moment, but that's two different worlds.
Yeah.
It's two different empires we talking about.
I'm proud to say that I've been invited to Rick Ross's house. I've been thrown out of Rick Ross's house. and it's fun the whole time. Cause even when you're leaving and you watch that gate get small as the car is taking you all the way down the road. It's like, you know, I know a lot of people weren't invited here.
Hey,
His dress code wasn't right.
Oh,
Yeah,
right?
it was a black tie fair. I had black tie, but I had a sweater on over the tie and some jeans. I don't go to a lot of stuff, man. I don't get out much, man. And it's like, yo, I'm sorry, Headkrack. I love the show, but bruh.
Oh, but they gave you a shout out on the way out.
Yeah, he's giving me a shout out.
Show some love.
Ludacris was coming in as I was leaving. He's like, going already? He's like, yeah, kids probably up. But I got to go back to another event you had at your crib, man. It is very dope. Thank you for the invite.
Man, you already know, man. The door's always open for you, brother.
Cool, man.
Always.
I'm just going to wear a suit just in case.
Just in case. Just to be on the safe side.
No doubt, man. If people ain't following you already, man, where do they go, Chief?
Y'all can hit me up on IG right now, @RichForever. Hit me up right now. Let me know y'all favorite 3 joints on the new album, Port of Miami 2. Holla at us. Let us know how y'all rocking.
Yo, and let's launch off another missile, man, off the record, man. Let's go.
For no reason. Which one you want to touch them with?
You know, ladies love Drake, man. Ladies love you. So why don't we put them both together, huh?
It only makes sense. Here's Gold Roses featuring Drizzy Drake right here, Port of Miami 2. She fuck a nigga that's young. Really living large, she ain't all with a man. When you niggas mall in the mall with a rat. Roll with us if you really want to get it. Go get $500,000 in the Sprinter. Phone ringing, bitches know a big tipper. I got the hook up and there really no limit. Dead brokers in you nigga DNA. Rickey Smiley with the yay. Little nigga just another state case. Barry my motherfucker Chase Bank time to bounce. Son of count of my allowance.
Hey.
You niggas know I gotta rewrite it. A nigga dripping like I got $1 zillion. Got the trap jumping like Zion when I rebounded. Then I'm out. And I never talk about it.
Yeah.
Not a minute, no.
Yo, this one even got Rickey Smiley indicated with the yay too. You know, like sometimes a YouTube video had a lyrics on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were strong and wrong as well. Thank you, bro.
Sometimes they mess it up.
Yeah, what was the question? Got you. So Rick Ross is in the building right now. Did you ever think things would be as big as they are right now for you?
Nah, honestly, I wasn't. It's like when I was just chasing a dream, I really just wanted, at one point, just to release a record.
Right.
If just somebody even knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
Because after you put years and years and years into it, you not even thinking about platinum, gold. That's the least of you. Just accomplishing something. And that's somebody just knowing who you is, or if you releasing the record. I remember the first feature I ever had that played on the radio. I sat outside in the car, man. I ain't even want to go in the house. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to P.O.D. It was a record. P.O.D. Something's Going On. It was P.O.D. Trick Daddy, and he put me on the last verse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, they used to save the last verse for the strong finishes.
Man, I
that was
think
big.
I think I really did finish strong, but you know, Trick at that time it was hard to come behind TWD.
Yeah.
So, you know, they
Daddy
wanted to
Dallas.
play his verse, then Trick, and then they'll cut you on that third one. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to hold on.
It's been a minute since I heard a Rick Ross and Trick Daddy collabo.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Y'all cool or just, everybody in different sizes?
Yeah, it's just a different zone. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he know where he stand as far as my vision coming up at the crib. You know, what Trick and Trina did is no way even around that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You give it to Luke because Luke was the forefront and the first to do it. But Trick and Trina the ones that, you know, it was special.
Luke don't get enough love. He took a lot of arrows for people, not only just in the state of Florida, but just in hip hop in general.
In the game
to be able to
period.
say what they say.
Yeah, game period. You know, he took it all the way to the Supreme Court.
He sure did.
Freedom of speech.
No doubt.
Most definitely.
They need
2
to-
Live Crew, that was special. That's when I think of music period coming out of Miami, it's Luke and the 2 Live Crew. The next wave that came behind that, you gotta salute, honorable mention, JT Money and the Poison Clan.
Yeah.
Because that's what was the first wave of real street music, but what Trick and Trina did at the same time, that's hard to go around.
What was the first rap tape you bought and how'd you get it?
Man, the first rap tape, man, you know, I was an element. I was as far back as I could remember, I was getting music, collecting music, even if it was my mama tape. I remember the first instrumental I ever wrote a rap to was Centipede. Was that
Millie
Reby
Jackson?
Millie or Reby Jackson?
That's Reby.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Reby.
Millie curses a lot.
Yeah.
Reby was the one that had the joint, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if you take one of my solid standard verses, I'm pretty sure it'll sit on that.
Centipede.
I can hear the
on
pattern.
that same beat right now.
Do you remember what you wrote to it?
Of course not.
that was
no
many
way.
lyrics ago.
Many
Woo.
moons ago.
Got it.